Y'all, it's time to have a very serious conversation. I've got to tell you what I think is going on right now. I've got to show you a few things that you may not get from the outside of the creator space. We're not going to leave anything off the table right now because the entire purpose of this channel is to bring forward a better nation, a better principle for our country, for the next generation, and we do that through unification. And in order to unify, sometimes I got to tell you some hard truths about what's happening, which is being perceived as a destruction of everything on the right. It's not that. I'm going to walk through the entire thing right now. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and we're also going to show you the best part of the America Fest that just happened because it's actually about unity and not about some really, really dumb things. But anyway, let me know what you guys think on this. We're just going to go straight from the hip because this is important. Y'all, you have to understand what's going on right now. A lot of people, and maybe you, maybe people in the space, maybe people on this channel, let me know in the comments below, believe that the right is fracturing, the right is dead, and the conservatives are dead, and the MAGA is dead, and the entire structure that was built to defeat the Democrats, the Biden regime, and the Kamala Harris campaign are completely dead and gone. That could not be further from the truth, and that's why I want to do this video. Again, I've got a really awesome clip coming in a second, but I want to break this down for you really quickly. What's happening, and this is my opinion, you guys let me know what you think and agree or disagree, is the exact same force which unified pretty much the entire country against the Kamala Harris campaign and the Biden administration was the hatred and the despising of the woke agenda. Woke was the monster. Everyone hated woke. It was the easiest thing in the world to destroy woke because it was that stupid. It really was and still is. And I'm going to be honest with you with a little bit of word of warning really quickly. Woke is not dead. It's been beaten into dormancy, just like socialism is not dead, just like communism is not dead. These ideas never die, but they get beaten into submission because they're so stupid. But that exact same monster that allowed all these business models to thrive and all these personalities to thrive and all this unification against the common shared monster of woke is the exact same thing that is causing the division that you're seeing. The woke monster is what created all the unifying forces against it because it's dumb and the Democrats completely embraced it. Whether you're talking about defunding the police or men can be women or whatever you want, anything woke was deemed as idiotic because it is. That created a very large business infrastructure to despise woke. Anything woke is a very good business model because there's a huge audience for it. Well, when that monster is perceived as dead, which is arguably the House, the Senate, and the White House, the popular vote, the Electoral College, everything that was destroyed in the 2024 election, those people that built their entire business model around destroying woke don't have a monster anymore. So they got to find another monster. And you can fill in whatever you want here. But that is what you're seeing. The people who base their entire business model on destroying woke and destroying the far left woke ideals are left without an ideal to focus on, which is why on this channel, I have always made this channel about constitutional principles, about our country, about love of country, about bringing something better from the past into the future. This is the entire point. It's our time to shine in the continuity of the freedom that we live, breathe, and is preserved in the Constitution. That's the entire point. Your baseline principle of what everything is based on is where you can always run back to. If it's only about destroying something that is woke, then you got to keep destroying something and is no longer woke, so what's going to fill in that monster void? Which leads to a lot of the division that you are seeing. And I'm just being really candid with you. That's my perspective on it from behind the creator curtain. But the bottom line is we have to unify. If you aren't a creator or you aren't a personality who identifies with those ideals of freedom or of constitutionality, okay, fine, that's fine. Do your thing. But creating monsters just to have a monster to fight is not beneficial. It's like warlords in Alexander's empire. Alexander dies, and in this case, the unifying factor of destroying woke would be Alexander, not Charlie Kirk, the woke identity. And now all of a sudden the generals are fighting over the remnants of the empire that was built. That's what you're seeing. That's my take on it. But let's get into something because this is really important. That's a little bit longer of a monologue than I usually do, but it sets this up. The one piece of the AmFest that we just saw that is, in my opinion, the best, there was one. There was Benny Johnson and there was Vivek Ramaswamy, who also did an amazing job. But I'm going to hit the Benny Johnson piece right now because it's all about unity. We have to come together on the right, okay? My 2A crowd, we've got to come together. border security people, abortion rights from a standpoint of the child, the pro-life choice, you got to do that, okay? You got to come together. Unification is what is needed, all right? Watch. Benny Johnson did a really good job, and I'm just going to play it for you right now.
Charlie Kirk was somebody who united. I am sick of the division. I am calling it out. I call it out to its face. I disavow it. I'm sick of it. They're out killing us, and we're in here squabbling and bitching and moaning, and I'm sick of it, and I've had enough. I've had enough!
That is an incredible point. I share that sentiment, absolutely. I'm sick of the bitching. I'm sick of the moaning. I'm sick of the they're bad because this. I'm sick of all of the crap. We've got a country to save. We've got work to do. I don't have time to sit here and look at all this infighting about individual fiefdoms and who's going to have the most subs, who's going to get the most views, who's going to get the sponsorships. I don't care. There are things that are bigger than just business models that are based on woke that are now searching new monsters to contribute to talk about. Okay? And I'm not going to say any names. You guys figure it out. But tell me if I'm landing the plane. If you're seeing what I'm seeing, let me know.
You know who also said naughty words, about Donald Trump? J.D. Vance. There was a time J.D. Vance has answered for this a million times, that J.D. Vance didn't start off as a big-time Trump supporter. Because of Charlie Kirk uniting our movement, we got this ticket. This was Charlie's legacy. And because of Charlie's legacy, we got the greatest meme in history. J.D. Vance going as J.D. Vance. Guess who else Charlie united? Charlie created the Maha movement. We need to say that. Charlie united. This was a turning point event. Charlie made this happen. And because of Charlie creating the Maha movement, we got this photo. Which is like an ISIS hostage photo. Have you ever seen RFK's face? It's like, I'm about to be beheaded by the seed oils. Charlie Kirk united two of the most powerful men in the world, Elon Musk and Donald Trump. This was Charlie's movement.
Okay, so you're picking up the themes, and that's why I'm showing you this. Okay, I'm going to show you this whole 3-minute clip. You're picking up the themes of unity. You're picking up the themes of, while we are in here infighting, the wolves are at the door waiting for us to run out of food to go out and get more, and then all of a sudden the wolves will pounce. If you do not see the wolves at the door, I try to highlight what they do, and I try to tell you how we're going to defeat them, but we cannot do it unless we are unified. It is that simple. The whole clip that I've shown you from one individual creator that says, I don't care about your unity, I don't care about your midterms, okay, red flag, flag on the play, okay? This is very important for things that are bigger than ourselves. Anyway, unity, let's keep going.
A lot of these guys didn't like each other, but Charlie put them together for a united cause because we have a united enemy, and it was at Charlie Kirk's memorial here in Arizona where these two men reconciled. That's the Spirit of God in action. So as I watch some of the people trying to destroy this movement from the inside, as I watch some of what's been happening here on stage, maybe we could lower that a little bit, but it's beautiful worship music. Who was there at Charlie Kirk's memorial? Who watched it online? Who watched the memorial? Look at this. What happened here was so beautiful. This was the #1 apostolic event in human history. Hundreds of a revival, a true Christian revival. Charlie Kirk, he said, I want to be remembered for advancing the kingdom of Christ. And this was it, ladies and gentlemen. If you were there or if you watched online, billions of people around the world saw the president witness about his faith in Jesus Christ, saw all of us talk about our faith in Jesus Christ, and most importantly, we were all united against evil in this moment. Don't let them steal this from us. We have to recapture this. This is the energy that wins, because it is the Christian energy that is foundational to this nation, this movement. This is how we take our country back. Let's get back here!
I was going to let that play for a second. Listen, here's the thing, guys. We must be united. You want to have conversations about policy? Have conversations about policy. You want to put forth your best ideals? Put forth your best ideals. It will be determined and washed out in the mix. But this disunity based off chasing new monsters to sustain a business model because the woke monster business model is no longer available is stupid. It's self-serving, it's selfish, and it's idiotic. Refocus those efforts and your entire business model, if you're a creator watching this, into constitutionality and something that transcends all these points, and you might get somewhere. But the whole model of continuing to create monsters, no matter where you find them for your own business model success, is really dastardly and kind of crap. I'm going to honestly say it, and I'm not going to tell you who I'm talking about. You guys can fill it in. But when you're talking about this level of division for self-fulfilling agendas, that's a red flag on the play. I'm just going to say that. Listen, let me know what you guys think in the comments field. I'm probably going to hit this a lot more in the next 11, 10 months because this is what makes or breaks what's going to happen. And that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments field below. I'm Braden. See you later.